Oh, this is so comforting. Welcome back to my show, Learning How to Make. This week I'm going to be learning how to make an apple cinnamon cake. This is going to be from a Mary Berry cookbook called the Baking Bible. What am I expecting? So it's an apple cinnamon cake, so you can't really go wrong, to be honest. You can't really mess it up. It's I'm not making it like a tiered cake of any kind or fancy decorations. It's pretty much mixing all our core ingredients together, putting it in our oven tin, and yeah, having a nice afternoon with some tea. So let's get baking. So like I said before, it's really just mixing a lot of our ingredients together. So here I've got 225 grams of self-raising flour. So this is going to be my base. To that I'm going to add some butter, so another 225 grams. I'm just going to chop it up a little bit so that it's slightly easier to mix. And this is room temperature butter. As you can see, it's quite soft. And next, my sugar. I'm using light brown muscovado sugar, 225 grams as well. And my eggs. So I've got 3 large eggs. One thing I've learned is when you're baking with eggs, they should ideally be room temperature. And 100 grams of walnuts. So these have been chopped as well. Spread it around. And 100 grams of sultanas as well. Okay, so baking powder, 2 level teaspoons. Spread the love. So that's pretty much it. So the next thing really is to whisk for about 2 minutes. Okay, like I promised, it's really just mixing everything together. So the next thing for us to do, or for me to do, is to add half of the cake mix into my baking tin here. So this is a deep tin, and it should ideally be 9 inches. I've just got 8, so should be fine, hopefully. Ideally, when it comes to baking, I really like to follow the rules to the letter, because there's a reason why things are set the way they are. Anyways, going back to the cake. So I'm going to add half of my cake mix to my tin. Once I've done that, I'm then going to add my grated apples. The one thing that's a little bit off in my head is, so I'm using Granny Smith apples, and it has a lot of water content. I don't think I've ever grated them before. Usually I just chop them when I'm making desserts. But as you can see, there's a lot of water content in there. I'm just going to trust that it's okay. If something goes wrong, yeah, next time we'll take out the water. But my gut feeling is we'll just add it in. Maybe it might just make the cake even more moist. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to add in my mixture now. So remember, just half. Let's do my best to spread it around. And now for my grated apples. So my producer has said on the side that should I say why the apples have turned brown? That's just because of oxidation. That's as far as I know. I can't tell you the science behind it, but I know it's oxidation, and it's brown. It is what it is. There's definitely nothing wrong. It hasn't gone off or anything. So, and you might be asking, since this is an apple and cinnamon cake, where is our cinnamon? So we're essentially adding cinnamon powder, and I need to add 1 teaspoon. So just sprinkling that on top. So for the last half of our cake, so doing my best to spread the mixture around. So because of all the water in the apples, my gut feeling is this might take a little bit extra, or it might need a little bit extra time to cook. So I'm just going to keep that in mind. But yeah, we're almost done. So I've got some more light muscovado sugar. So just sprinkle that on top. This will give you a nice golden brown color. And last but not least, I've got some more chopped walnuts as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The next step is really just put in the oven and cook for an hour and a half. So I'm going to pop this in my oven now and just let it bake. Okay, so it's an hour and a half now. Let's see if the cake is ready. One thing I noticed, or the first thing I should say I noticed, is there's quite a bit of caramelization, almost to the point where I'm seeing some burnt particles on the side. I wonder why that is. The cake doesn't look burnt, but yeah, we'll see. So I've got my table knife here, and what I want to do is to just pierce through the cake and see if the inside is wet. It's come out clean. I'm trying different sides. Yeah, that's great. All right, cake is done. Let's just go straight into it. So sliced into it, no problem. A few things I observed. The base of the cake was a little bit burnt, so that was disappointing. I'm guessing it was the temperature of my oven. The sides of the cake, there are some, should I say, what looked to be like burnt, syrupy, I don't know what to call this, but there's some black streaks essentially, and from what I could tell, they were actually the side of the apples coming through at the edge of the cake. So my thinking is because of the temperature of the tin, the temperature basically really heated up the sugars in the apple to the degree where it decided to burn. So I guess no harm lost there, or it's not the end of the world essentially. If you're going to repeat the recipe, I would advise you to just essentially pour the apples right around the center so that you don't have any bleeding edge of apple, which then overcooks and turns into burnt sugar. Anyways, let's just get straight into it. The middle looks quite moist, I have to say. Obviously it's the apples. I'm not sure if you can clearly see it there, but middle looks quite moist, which is great. Oh, this is so comforting. I know it's the sugar, but it's more than it's more than that. It's just so warm. Oh, this is a great dessert. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I think I could have done better. Knowledge is key, obviously, so I know what not to do, should I say. But the cake itself, it's simple, it's delicious. Yeah, this is what you call a delicious dessert. I'm going to give this a 7.5, a solid good. Like, you can't go wrong. This is so comforting. This is a recipe from the UK for sure, because autumn time, winter time, just on a Sunday with a cup of tea. Yeah, love it. All right, great, I'm done. Thank you for watching if you reached this far, even if you just watched 10 seconds. Yeah, God bless you. Have a great week. Bye.